you can have a fit of anxiety, not just from worrying or not just from bad things happening, but even when good things happen, when you're excited about the birth of a child, the birth of a new grandchild, the birth of moving into a nice place, the birth of even a new relationship or a new job, even good things can bring about anxiety because it represents change, right? Stress can bring about anxiety, and that's probably one of the main things that gets us. But what I've learned is how to recognize it when it happens. And what I've learned is that it's one thing to try to say, it'll never come back. Anxiety is one of those things that I believe is a natural bodily response to high levels of good stress and bad stress. But the thing is that when it happens, it doesn't feel good, even though the situation that brings on that heightened sense of awareness of everything around you, even though the situation is a good thing, when the anxiety comes, it's always bad, and it always turns the good into something bad. And that's where you may have the thing where every time I feel happy, I feel like it's not going to last. Every time something good happens, I feel like something bad is going to happen afterwards, because your body begins to respond to this new job, this new relationship, this new location, and anxiety sets in because your brain doesn't know what to do with this new information, right? I've learned that I can start opening my mouth and I can start talking. I've learned to recognize anxiety, and I've also learned that it's the perfect time to open my mouth and speak out loud to myself about who I am, what I'm doing, which way we're going, what I will allow, what I will not allow, what I agree with, what I disagree with, what I break fellowship with, what I come into alignment with. Okay. And as I do that, those feelings of anxiety subside. And I've learned, and I say, we as a people, I think especially, I'll just say we as a people, we tend to hold things in. And then that anxiety just sits in us and just vibrates in us. And then we start having issues like migraines and loss of appetite or overeating. Or when I've had extreme stress, I developed ulcers and depression swings, mood swings, and things like that. But a few years ago, the first time it happened, I was in a fit of anxiety when I was working on one of my recent books. And it was crazy because it was like I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I started crying. I was just like, I had a fit. And then I just put my head in my hands like this, and I said, Lord, is it okay if I don't do anything right now? And all of that anxiety left. And that let me know that sometimes we worry about what to do next, what should we do, what we shouldn't have done, how to move forward. And sometimes it's okay to not move at all. And when you decide to be still, anxiety has no place in that moment. I had to open my mouth and say, God, can I just be still? And the answer without a word being spoken was yes. Because when I said, can I be still? Can I just be still? Can I just not do anything right now? I let it be known that I'm okay with being still, and anxiety left. Learn to be still in those moments. And another thing that you need to do in those moments is open your mouth and talk to yourself. You know what we do? We talk good to everybody else, but we don't talk that good to ourselves. And if we learn to develop the habit, because we know what to say, because if somebody called you right now, you could talk them out of that fit. Oh, yes, you could. Some of y'all talk people out of suicide, but you can't talk yourself out of a fit of anxiety. That's because you haven't practiced doing that. And we seem to be shy about talking to ourselves the way we talk to other people. The next time you feel anxiety, the next time you feel yourself jittering inside, before you reach for a bottle of pills, open your mouth and tell yourself what you finna do. Tell your brain, no, we're going forward. Yes, I'm going to complete this application. Yes, I'm going for this interview. Yes, I'm going to finish this book. Yes, I'm going to start this book. Yes, I'm going to work the next chapter in this book. Yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm moving forward. Yes, I'm moving out of here. Yes. Yes, I am. And you, brain, are going to line up. I know you don't know what to do with this new information, so I'm opening my mouth and I'm telling you what you're going to do with this new information. You're going to do what I say. And if he's going to do what you say, you got to open your mouth and say it. And open your mouth and speak good things to yourself. Speak belief in yourself to yourself. Speak trust in God. Speak where we're going. Speak faith. Speak everything that you would speak to somebody else. Speak it out loud to yourself. And you're going to find yourself beginning to talk yourself out of full-blown anxiety attacks. I ain't going to say I promise you, but I can say I'm a 100% witness. We hold too much in, and then it turns inward on us, right? And then we start shaking, and we start having headaches, and we can't sleep, and we can't eat, and we feel sick, and we... Open your mouth and say something to yourself. What do you need to hear? Sometimes we crying about who didn't come and say it to us. What do you wish somebody would say to you? You know exactly what you wish somebody would say to you. Okay, then open your mouth and say it to yourself. That's how you do that. And because I've learned to start doing that, even when I've had anxiety this week in my week of changing address, moving from this place into the next place that I'll be living in next week, anxiety came. And it didn't feel good. My situation feels good, but anxiety became because my body is reacting to this new phase of life. And it doesn't feel good. So I had to talk to myself and tell myself what we're doing, and tell myself what I believe, and tell myself we're coming into alignment with what God says about who we are. I command my brain to come into alignment with what God promised me, with what God showed me. I command my body to come into alignment. Stop all this shaking and shivering. We moving forward. We moving out of here, and it's going to be good, right? Talk to yourself. It feels stupid at first. It feels crazy. It feels odd. Do it anyway, because we should not be talking good to other people better than we talk good to ourselves. Because somebody will hang up the phone from you, and they can go on about their business, go pick their thing back up, accomplish that thing, may come back and thank you, may not come back and thank you, but they'll let you know that they did it. They might, you know what I'm saying? You see them do what they set out to do when they hit a roadblock, and then talk to you, and then you talk them over that roadblock or through that roadblock. We got to learn to do that to ourselves. Open your mouth and talk to your own situation like you talk to other people. See the goodness and the greatness in you like you see in other people. And speak that to yourself. And a lot of these anxiety attacks will stopping you in your tracks. Y'all be blessed.